Luke Hemmings, it's so good to see you. Welcome to the Big Weekly Roundup. Can I start by saying your background is very brimful of Asher, very kind of 60s, cool vibe. I love it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to, pull out all the stops for this.
Unless you're at your grandma's house. Is that that?
Yeah, it's it's a fine line between like a nice funky 70s sort of room for a studio and like being at grandma's house. It's a fine line.
Yeah, and this is so exciting because he's going out on his own. You are an official solo artist. How has the journey been?
It's been honestly quite scary, and I'm just sort of now settling into it because obviously, I've been in. Well, I still am in 5 Seconds of Summer since I was 15. I just turned 25, so it's 10 years of being in the band. And obviously, with COVID and being home for a long time, and as everyone found out, we had to find ways to preoccupy ourselves if you were lucky enough to just sort of be at home. So I ended up just writing music on my own because I couldn't start. I didn't even see the rest of the band for a minute because we didn't know what was going on and all of that. So it sort of just obviously snowballed into what it is now. But just wanted to make something out, something else, and it turned out beautiful. I think.
Yes, out of something bad comes something amazing. Your single is called Motion. It is beautiful. Congratulations. Tell us all about it. I mean, how did you write it? Tell us everything.
So Motion was written, so when we were in peak lockdown in LA, I was working, so me and one other guy named Sammy wrote, he produced with me the whole album, and like I'd known him for a couple months, we'd written a few songs, and he was like, all right, we've got to get out of the city because at that point we'd been home for a long time. So we went out into the middle of the woods, and this is one of the songs that came from that trip. I love the song. I really love the video for it. It really captures like all the feelings that I wanted to evoke out of the song meaning.
Well, I'm so excited about it. But also your debut solo album. Can you actually believe that you've got your own record? It's so exciting.
When facing the things we turn away from, yeah.
What does it mean, please?
It's a long name, I know. It's a long name. It's basically, in that year of being home, well, it's still going on for a lot of people, but like in that main time of being inside for such a long time that's the longest I've been in one place since I was 15, So I think there's a lot of things for a lot of us, but the album's obviously about me and my experiences, but it is about facing all these things that are sort of left on the back burner and things that when you're so busy and traveling and stuff, you don't really have time to delve into. So that's where the album title came from.
In regards to going solo, have you had to adapt quite a lot? Because obviously you're used to being with 3 other guys. I'm sure that you're used to doing the same things in and out. What was that like, the change?
The scariest thing was coming out with stuff separate in general and then like doing video shoots on my own. It was I think I'm just trying to look at it as like positives. When I go back to the band, I have all these new, even with like the songwriting and then like doing all stuff on my own, like I can take those skills back to the band and just be better for them and with them. So that's kind of how I'm trying to look at it.
Well, that's good. I was about to say, I mean, there's obviously you want to pursue this solo career, but it's not the end of 5 Shot, is it?
Oh, most definitely not. No, it's very, this is why my campaign is very short and concise, because it's more of a, like I said, a creative endeavor just to sort of do and keep it between these two, keep it in this like length of time and then go back to the band, but even not even go back to the band because I've still been doing stuff with them and hanging out with them, so it's like it's definitely not the end of the band. No.
Do you have a little listening party with the lads? Like, lads, come on, tell me what you think about these tracks. What order should I go in? And did you do that?
I did, yeah. It was interesting. It was super fun, similar to when Ashton did a thing on his own as well, and hearing what someone makes outside of, because I've made music with the band for such a long time that to hear what someone makes in the band as a friend and as a band member is interesting and super eye-opening and awesome, to be honest. They were really responsive and super supportive.